Alt Papa, you should be able to see it. You should be able to use it using your control.
Alright, so we're actually starting the recording a little bit late, but I was having a lot of trouble getting my fucking game to work properly. But I finally made it in. We're in the trucks, about to roll out.
If you want to, otherwise I will take him as navigator.
Holy shit, that is fucking terrible.
So let's go do some shit.
Ross and Mike, we're gonna
right turn
here, hook a right, yeah. Call on the radio. You hit that 50 kph, 50 meters dispersion, keep forming road rounds.
Big one, that's right.
Make sure the cell phone.
By the way, everyone lock and load right outside the gate.
Be advised, you can't lock and load inside the Vic.
You can look in your inventory and do it.
Someone's on Mike.
Not Mike. Right, you gonna take the next
Sorry,
side.
Bieniak!
Oh, yeah. I mean, you should take
Say again.
junction, whatever.
You were hot micing real bad.
Hold on the radio. Whoever's on 5-0, call out, they just turn right.
First leg right turn.
Go all the way down this road, I'll call it when you're next to turning.
Alright.
Ugh.
Civilian vehicle coming on the road.
As on, call it on 5-0.
Right down the drive through.
Did you get out?
They dismounted.
Yeah, he's dismounted.
Right, someone call it, let the combo know what's
Have,
going on.
have the gun under the radio. I can't find it all.
Alright, gunner. Dead ready. Keep going, keep going. Just keep going, keep going.
Vic 1 civilian vehicle, 30 meters in front. Over.
Keep going, keep going.
Alright, if you're not on the gun or in crew or chatting with these... What? Alright, if you're not like on crew or anything, like talking to them, change your net to crew, because they're talking in cargo and I don't want to mess with the driver.
Yeah, maybe it was my mistake.
You can...
Try to make it easier for your team, and make it easier for the drivers. If they're not driving the gun or not driving the car, have them go onto the crew channel so that we're not talking over the intercom over them while they're trying to communicate.
It's actually easier if you just disable intercom. We can hear each other without intercom.
Possible IED over.
Harry morning white.
No.
Give it a wide break. Vic 1 copy.
Alright. You're gonna take the next available right, driver.
Copy.
Keep the speed up, keep it 50 kph as well when we're driving. Too fucking
Vic 1
slow.
turning right over.
Well, they said they were all getting spread out too much.
Alright.
Josh for right.
Contact foot. Hold it.
Hold, are we going or calling?
Command.
Who the fuck is operating at 5-0?
This is Vic 1, we got shots fired to our south over.
I remember.
Right, firing left.
Use this broken down Vic in front of us as cover.
Vic 1, Harry 1 left.
Everyone up.
Soft dismount, soft dismount.
Bollinger's out.
Dunn's out. She's out.
Hey, firm, get some fire on it. Those contacts, get some at the top of the hill.
What's out?
Is up to our...
Top of the 319. Get away from the Vic!
Get away from the Vic.
Clear out the fucking tree line right here. We need solid cover.
Bollinger's pushing south.
Spread away.
Actually, be advised, this is Brovo. We're clearing out the forest to get us some solid cover. Also, Alpha, be advised, we're taking shots.
We took shots to the south as well. Fucking get. I want Alpha team facing south and I want Bravo facing from the northwest. On the hill over there as well, to the north. Alpha's on it. Still got guys up there to the northwest.
Hey, firm, that's our sector. Bravo, or Alpha's taking south. It's a marksman at the top.
I'm sitting at a marksman at the top.
Yeah, actually, be advised, there's some marksman at the top of that hill northwest.
Copy.
I'm gonna go ahead and get somewhere north near the road. Got a civilian vehicle on the road.
Aper, you have civilians in the road, you say?
What are you engaging? There's a civilian vehicle on the road.
I dropped that marksman up there.
Actually, be advised, there's a civilian vehicle coming up the road. Also, we took out the marksman at the top of the hill northwest.
Another marksman up there. Or another something.
Actually, be advised, there's a second marksman on the top of the hill.
He is currently getting mortared.
Stay where you are for now, Gale. Gunner down. Two tentacles approaching from the west, crashing the hilltop. South, let's go south.
Fucking 319, the guy keeps popping out from behind the hill.
We're pushing south with actual.
Copy that, going south. I'm gonna take the white side. Give me a big I'm being engaged from my fucking northwest.
Yep, that's the guy I fucking called out.
Actual, we're swinging engaged, we're gonna push from the northwest.
I got him suppressed. Pull back, Richie.
Just keep pushing over this, southwest.
Alright, let's push back to the southwest. We're gonna head to marker, A-firm. Southwest and actual and Alpha cross. We're good, we're just getting ready.
This fucking tree line to our northwest.
There's a shit ton of people in the tree line or northwest that are firing upon us as we're trying to get to you guys.
Solid copy, Alpha, hold at the top of the hill to go ahead and turn around and look towards the two tentacles to the northwest and get cover.
Just keep falling, we need to keep getting to Alpha and actual.
Copy that, moving now.
I'll try to cover you guys, we just got to do team bounding. Our buddy team bounding.
Alpha, there's a look over to the northwest and cover Bravo as they come up. Solid copy, action on it.
Keep going back, keep coming back south.
Go ahead and push, Richie.
Another squad in front of us. Actually, be advised, the rest of Bravo is getting to your position time now.
Solid copy, bro.
Immediate south, guys. Also, someone's hot mic.
Definitely. Go ahead and hold security here. Actual cell phone. Disregard with me, back to the Vic. Bravo, go ahead and do a UE, take us back out north Alpha to the rear. I want that wedge in the diamonds.
Alright, we're taking.
I've got this.
Information said Bravo, take the rear.
Say again?
Home.
Top of the hill, 333.
Alright, we're taking eyes up to the northwest. We want to get out the... We're taking shot from behind.
Negative.
It was top of the hill, bearing 333.
Right, what we're going to do is we're going to set up a defensive perimeter around here, and then we're going to get another MRAP flown in by the birds, but I need you guys to get back to the road with me, and then we're going to sort out
Alright, we're going to get back to the road
security.
with actual... We're going to pull 360 security and get a new Vic. By bird.
Solid copy. There's some reason I'm hearing some fucking, like I'm hearing chatter in my right fucking ear for some reason.
Alright, here with me on this big fucking tree on the end of the road, let's sit up here, dig some trenches.
There's still contact at the top of the hill, bearing 322.
Richie, check your radio, see what that right ear is set to, because I don't hear anything right now.
Go ahead and talk now.
Do you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, you're coming on like my right ear and not on my left. For some reason, I don't know why. Don't worry about it.
Alright, let's push on the left-hand side of Alpha. Actually, Alpha, be advised, Bravo's gonna get on your left-hand side.
Solid copy. We're on like right hand side of Bravo.
Making a trench.
I want to make sure you get western to south properly.
Dunn's watching southwest.
Beanie. Okay. You hear me? When we get back in the Vic, I want you guys driving and you guys going the fucking Alpha's a piece of shit. I don't. No more fuck ups. Get you guys squared away now.
Alright, we're gonna be driving.
You're going to be
We're
riding
taking
the back
control
of
of
that
the Vic.
Bravo gun and drive
Taking
on
control
the
of the Vic
right
when we're driving. Richie, I want you on the gun controlling the radio. Private Dunn, I want you driving the Vic.
Solid copy. I got the gun. Like always.
Yeah, you do.
Been a little bit on the crazy side.
Oh, what the fuck? Why did I mean to do that? Oh, fuck me. No, I fucking accidentally dropped thing.
Nobody wants to fuck you, Myers.
Did drop all my shit, my bad. Told me while I pick all my shit back up.
What's the status on our Vic?
Unknown.
Huh?
Well, you hear him.
What do you mean?
That should be indication.
Or did you?
Solid copy. I'm having this thing where I'm hearing you on intercom. That's what it sounds like for radio right now.
2621 send traffic.
Everyone check the radios, make sure you're not coming... Yeah, I hear myself in the distance.
Yeah, it's coming through like an intercom, like the Vic. I don't know why it's fucked up.
Can you hear me pretty good on this?
Bravo, we get the ticket.
Yeah, hold on,
Yeah,
I'm gonna reset
double
the
check
temperature.
your speaker. Make sure it's on headphones on
Alpha
speakers.
cover, Bravo with me, let's go get the Vic.
Bollinger's fun.
Bravo, just send a buddy team.
Yeah,
It's on the water bridge back to the east.
It's in the
Ready
water?
to take me out.
no, it was on
It actually
fucking
says it's
speaker.
in the water?
I don't know how my shit went to speaker.
Actually, say again, where's the Vic?
Back towards the water bridge to the east.
Affirm. Bravo, let's go get the Vic.
Copy.
It's on the water bridge.
This 2-1, I got 2 guys heading over to grab the Vic now.
Well, it's not shooting for now, so we're gonna leave it.
Alright, change the plan. We're going to be second. 2-2's going to take lead because they're already there. We'll just take second.
Affirm. Be advised, we'll be the second Vic in the convoy, so when you line up, as soon as we get ready, and we bring the Vic up, we'll be just second in the convoy. Make it easier.
Copy that.
Dunn, go ahead and get in the driver's seat and just move it forward.
Change plan again. We're just going to be in the rear of the,
Disregard, we're going to be in the... Oh, wrong net.
we're going to be in the rear of the convoy.
But, Dunn, get hold here.
Right, Alpha Bravo with me, let's go.
Oh, okay, never mind, I see what you're
So,
doing.
Bravo, you still need to be on those comms, but we're just going to be in the back this time because the Vic's already there.
Affirm, I read you loud and clear. I got it. They're getting all set up right now. Actually, be advised, Bravo's all in. We are waiting on you. Don't push up too far, but Private Dunn, do not push up too far.
What Vic are we gonna be?
Just make sure you stay in the back.
We're going to be the last Vic.
That's Vic.
Affirm.
Oh, we're, last Vic, not second Vic now?
Affirm, they changed it again. We're last Vic, so...
This is last Vic. Requesting radio check on frequency 50 over.
Let me know no one's in.
Solid copy.
Bravo's all in.
Last Vic.
Something is super foobarred tonight. My fucking radio keeps getting stuck.
Gates is in. Vic 1, this is last Vic. I'll be to Charlie on frequency 50 over. Stewart's in.
Officer on.
2-1's all loaded.
Last Vic is moving.
Dayway, where you
Hold. Just try to keep a good spacing, and then you should be good. Should be easy from there on.
Just follow the rest of the convoy.
Last Vic, left turn. Yeah, put the most experienced motherfucker on the radio. That's fucked up. Okay.
At least we know they'll be done right.
Herringbone.
So it's behind this building floor.
Last Vic is herringbone.
Oh. Alright. Everyone except the gunner and driver, out. Axel, do you want the driver out?
Following her out.
Screwed out.
Go out.
Gates is out.
This is looks like a rope.
Alright, we got a roadblock right in front of us to the west. I want to get a base of fire up here. We can use these rocks if you want.
Roadblock to our immediate west. Use these rocks as a base of fire point. Actually, we can do adjust the Vic.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring the Vic up if you need, but we got a roadblock right through.
Go ahead and adjust the Vic if you need to.
Affirm, we're gonna be behind you guys.
Alright,
Alright, bring the Vic up with us. Walk the Vic up with us.
alright, yep.
Infantry in front, vehicle behind us.
Walking up is your discretion, you two.
I'm up on the second floor of this fucking house.
Alright, well, let's push forward. The
Yep, A for moving.
Alright, with the Alpha and Bravo, we're going to shift back to south to get onto the road because that's water in front of them. Actually, disregard, hold where you are at the rock, let's set back cover. Bring the Vic up there, we can't leave him behind.
Actually, be advised, he's got good eyes from where. Alright, there he is, moving up. Never mind.
Roger.
Alright, Bullinger, now we just gotta find a spot.
I got a nice bush here.
Time to become a bush whoopie.
Really wish I knew why my fucking radio keeps getting stuck. It's fucking annoying.
Alright, we're going to be moving back southeast and loop around to get to
I have eyes on a possible APC. It looks like an APC coming down from the southwest.
Actually, be advised, we got a possible APC coming down from the southwest.
Wrong net.
Actually, be advised, we have a possible APC coming down from the southwest.
Solid copy has been called. I need everyone back on the road.
Everyone back to the road. To the southeast, south.
Moving.
Be advised, the APC is moving. It's moving northbound.
A firm, it's already been called up, they know about it.
Push it down behind definitely. Back it up, put it behind definitely.
Almost taking the left side of the road.
Beanie, I went ahead and set radios for 2 IC.
Are we walking the fix or we bound back? Oh, you
Just
guys
walk
bound
it back up slowly to the start of the bridge, then we're probably going to be punching across.
I guess we're walking it.
Yeah, we're walking up the edge, end of the bend.
Solid copy. We need rear security on this Vic. We can't provide security at our rear.
Alright, go ahead, just then say, go in between us and,
Alright,
Rifleman.
we're going to be covered, we're going to walk the Vicks across the road, so on me. We're going to go in front, the Vic's going to take up behind, somebody's going to cross this bridge.
Alright, we're gonna cross the bridge with the Vic. A-firm, I'm gonna have Alpha take... A-firm, I'm gonna have Alpha take, the front for security, and then the rest of Bravo is just taking rear security of the Vic.
Be advised, there's an APC rocking about up there.
A-firm, that's the one I called out earlier.
Keep moving with me. Alright, APC's been done.
Alright, APC's dead, go ahead and take out any other contacts over there.
Bollinger got tagged.
Still moving.
We're reloading. Keep moving.
Alright, keep moving, just keep pushing.
I don't know where I got fucking tagged from.
A-firm, we're moving up. Be advised, there are Vics in front of ours that we can't push past.
Alright,
My leg's fucked up. I gotta stop and patch up real quick.
let's go, on me. Crossing.
Alright, let's push, we're gonna cross the bridge, just double time it. We're gonna be pushing.
My fucking shit not working.
On the bridge behind us, we're going to cross the road and then work with 2-2.
Private Bullinger, you good?
I got tagged once I had to patch my leg up before I could run.
Alright. Hold for me and Private Bullinger, we're gonna just hit your ride, and then we gotta cross that bridge.
Ready fire?
Private Bullinger, let me know when you're in.
Bollinger's in.
Alright, go ahead and start crossing that bridge. We're gonna catch up to Alpha. Next, be advised.
Alright, 2-2's going to hold where they are, we're going to push up this road and then into the compound.
Faster. Don't worry about it.
Right, Alpha and Bravo with me, we're going to split off the road, keep the Vic on the road.
Alright. Hold close.
Action, be advised, the Vic is
Let
stuck
them
across
pass,
the
let them
bridge.
pass.
The other squad is currently blocking our path. We're stuck.
Bravo. We got a compound right in front of us at the top of this hill. We're gonna get covered and moving.
Actually, can you not hear me on 121?
Negative.
Say again, actual?
No, I can't.
We gotta get across this bridge. We're fucking sitting ducks on the bridge.
Yeah.
Blue 4 marker right in front of us. We're gonna hit this APC with an 84 or more.
Alright, as we're moving, honk your horn so we can get up to the squad.
Our squad.
It's left click.
Alright,
left click.
let's shift background to the northwest compounds.
Officer right behind you.
The rest of the squad is going to be to our southwest. Like this bearing.
Keep going southwest.
I'm gonna restart my radio real quick.
Just hit the trees. You can take down the little trees.
Connected. Channel
Go ahead and
switch.
push. Just push fast. We need to get up to them.
There's only so much you can crow with this.
Turn right. Turn right. Adjust right. Alright, there. Now go straight. They're at the top of the hill right now.
Alright, I'm back on comms.
Get to the top. Just don't peek all the way over. I don't want the Vic to get hit by anything that's coming.
Actually, be advised the Vic is coming over the hill. Time now.
Roger that, bro. Alpha, clear out the northwest side of this hill.
Officer ahead.
Alright. Play once my turret is over.
I really want to be able that top route coming over the top of that hill. I don't want anything else.
Keep going. Alright, I'm over. I'm good.
Alright, let's get out. Private Bollinger.
Not too much of the Vic.
Bollinger's out.
Give it just the turret.
Alright, I'm out.
I don't know why it's used with that.
Hey,
It's fucking west.
I need someone with an 84 with me now.
Yeah, we got guys fucking danger close here to our west.
A firm, be advised.
apparently there's an 18.
A firm, I'll just down, back up. Getting patched up by Mike.
Oh, that.
Actually, that's awful.
Clear.
Hey, be advised, these guys crawling around up here.
This turret, double check on ATV be dealt with. Alright, good shit. Thanks.
Is the ABC been taken out?
Yeah, it's been dealt with.
A firm is taken out. Action, be advised.
Too many people. Too many people.
Our Alpha action, be advised. We have a lot of enemies crawling the grass. Watch yourselves.
Sorry, copy.
Yeah.
Alright, Alpha Bravo, organize yourself around me when you guys are over to this side of the hill. Disregard Havoc 2-4 is taking the hill. Shift, let's shift to Alpha's position.
Alright, we're gonna shift a little bit to the east onto Alpha's position. On my pause time now. Vic, you're good if you can drive
Disregard.
down. A firm. Action, be advised. I'm gonna keep the Vic where it's at. It's got good eyes looking down into town.
Alright, line back up on the road, we're gonna need rear Vic again.
Alright, we're lining back up in the road. We're gonna be rear Vic.
Start coming, relax it.
Alright, you're good to start moving down. We're just gonna
Be advised. Be advised, eyes on a civilian to our northwest along the road. On the MSR. He's approaching towards us.
Actually, be advised. We have a Private Bollinger, be advised. We're down. We're gonna be going down the road.
Yep, I'm right here with you, everybody.
Oh, I
It's
don't know,
the-
maybe folks.
It should be left click.
Alright, beep.
Alpha, clear your fucking guys at the top.
Remember, we're last Vic.
Say again, actually. Oh, this road.
Yeah, yeah.
Bollinger's in.
No, we need to wait for the convoy to pass us before we get on.
Having 2 to 2 1. We're ready to go. We're not on the road just because we're gonna let the convoy pass us and then link onto the ends.
We're all in, correct, Bravo?
Correct.
Oh,
Stewart's in.
run
Where
for
was
us.
that?
We all in?
Oh wait.
Alright, wait for the convoy to pass, then we can keep moving. Now's a good time to do a munition check if you guys are low on anything.
We all mounted up, ready to go, guys?
Yep.
This is last week. We all mounted up, ready to go fuck some more shit up over there.
In future, can everyone make sure they don't have a sucking chest wound before they get into the vehicle and get blood all over the nice shiny insides?
We're just trying to add color to the Vic.
Where the fuck are these guys coming from?
I miss riding in Humvees. At least they had windows.
Me too.
Corrugated steel doesn't taste as good as windows.
Yes, not a, Last week, Oscar. Do you guys want me to put this on speaker or something? Guys running at us. I'm mad at you for fucking wasting me as a last pick guy. You know I'm a first pick type of person.
FYI, the medical term for an RPG to the face is a mega ouchie. Yogi would have been crushed. I suppose this isn't Jeff.
Well, Jeff's
More like
pretty much all
Jay.
every time we get one, it ends up on
That's because I'm not here.
Actually, Sergeant Ritchey, you were with us whenever GF got exploded.
Whatever.
Traces go by the rear window.
Last Vic turning left. Last Vic left turn.
Anyone else hear a bunch of gunshots?
Hey, firm.
Hey, firm.
Oh, they're picking off your helmet.
Watch for the V people, watch for the V.
Definitely. Alright, that's good. So my turret can still see shit.
Bieniak, take the squad.
Hey, first. Alright.
I'm only here. Bravo lead for the time being.
Aww.
Hey, for 2, I see 2-1 is taking.
Watching us.
Alf, can you hear me?
Hey, firm, actual.
Hey, firm, be advised. Wait, sort of. Actually, I had to step up, so I'm leading squad for time being.
Understood. Make sure, be advised, I'm here and I'm in worried about some tank somewhere to our fucking northwest.
Range 5-6 seconds from my house. Oh, what the fuck did we?
Bravo, where's your fucking 2SC?
Alright, try to push up a little bit, guys. I don't know what's fucking shooting. Alright, bring it back up. Have 2, which barrier you want to push? 2, want to push.
Can you not hear me on 121?
Nope.
Bravo 2IC on 121 radio check.
Region Lima Charlie, frequency 121.
Copy out.
Right, actual, it's flat.
Alright, Bravo, Bollinger TL while Bieniak stepped up.
Solid.
Staying fucking cover, it wasn't RPG. Coordinate with you going out.
Crossing.
Bollinger, I'm gonna give you this spot here. I'm gonna go watch our ass.
Copy.
Yeah, move it around this question. Don't get the car.
Hey, firm.
Wrong map.
No, I know.
It's time to emphasize the situation.
Also, can you please push green?
Go ahead and bring the vehicle up towards me. Head down the road to the station, hook a right.
Alright, turn up the road, we're heading towards 2-1 actual at the time now. At the gas station.
You can step back off comms, we saw it, the deal with 2
Taking out.
We're moving southwest to the gas station.
Alright, I set him back up is probably.
Solid.
We're gonna push him to the gas station.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Motion one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still fucking up. God damn.
Crossing behind you guys.
Alright, go to the VIX up. Behind the pit.
An MBT in the town, so watch it.
Watch yourself, there is an MBT in the town.
Team reported in town.
Possibly hearing shots out to our west.
Actually, we're hearing shots to our west, potentially.
Roger that. Be advised, we got a gun run coming.
Be advised, we have a gun run coming.
Maybe disregard the end.
We have a what? Gun run, you said?
Hey, friend, that was the gun run that just went off.
Alright, set the vehicle here. Having to.
Eyes on friendlies on roofs.
Dave, from watch your fire from. There's an NPC in the town, so watch yourselves.
Alright, so hold here for now.
Alright, we're gonna hold here, it's full security. Probably bowling your mean, you'll just watch that southern half. Let's get on this hill, get better eyes.
Copy that. I'm hearing shots out here, like maybe our west, northwest-ish. That might be friendly.
Robin, be advised, I got guys in the town bearing 352-ish. Moving right around.
Yeah, that's about 700 meters, so just outside of my range.
Send it.
I think that was just wrong net.
Alpha and Bravo, how copy? Punch in north.
Say again, you cut off on your last transmission, actual.
Punch in north.
Alright, punching north of the actual.
Copy that, moving.
We're gonna go along this MSR to north until I say so.
Is that DTR catastrophic?
Big, just play it safe up there, shoot whatever you can see that's hostile.
Alpha, don't go in your...
Actually, we want to keep pushing the,
We're gonna push down this... Yeah, we're gonna push the big down this northern road here and stop the junction. You see these three bigs? We're gonna have all Vic in line and we're all gonna push in.
Crossing.
Alright, I want guys in front of the Vic where to access set someone the Vic right at the back, and then we're gonna walk it up into the first junction.
Friendly's on our, left, on the road, just keep pushing forward.
Alright, keep the Vic on the road behind us. We're gonna check out this junction, then we're gonna bring the Vic around.
Solid copy. We're gonna be coming up, bringing up the rear with you guys.
Alpha, go ahead and cross the cover. Alpha, go ahead and cross, I'll cover.
Go over there, Bravo. Alpha squirrels.
Crossing. Or crossing.
Don't put the butt out of the foot out.
Go ahead and push the Vic across.
Probably blowing your main advice, pushing to the front. I'm going to be covering our next push.
Crossing. Last man.
Pushing the Vic over.
Crossing.
Keep going.
I only got eyes in front of me.
Alright, that's a good job. Keep moving down this very long.
Alright, just keep pushing. If you don't see any contacts, just keep going.
Shots.
The grass in front of us.
Shots. Right there. Northeast, northeast.
Mike, I got a man now.
Alright, you're on me. Yeah,
Alpha, go ahead and keep pushing. I'll cover.
he's up.
Goddamn sniper.
I'll keep pushing.
Alright, you lad. Stay still.
Keep going.
There's still shots up north.
Alpha, be advised, there's still shots to our north. Northeast.
Keep pushing, keep pushing.
Be advised, you have friendlies over.
Okay, when we get
Compound.
340.
340, right, enemy compound, northwest.
Guys, shoot.
There's somebody fucking close.
351. Shots coming from 351.
They're either close or across the fucking water.
RPG is sitting right next to me. RPG is sitting right next to me.
Alright, get away from the vehicle.
Well,
He's gonna go
351.
Bring the Vic back and cover it.
Bring the Vic back. If it's getting an RPG shot, bring it back.
Is there somebody around this corner, Rainy?
I think so.
Be advised, I need you guys to change this wheel out.
321.
I don't see anyone.
Actually, be advised, the Vic has one damaged wheel. We're gonna change it out and put in a new one.
Roger that, Megan.
Is he on a rooftop? Where the fuck is he?
Be advised, we need someone to watch the rear of this this fucking Vic. Disregard, we got friendlies at our rear.
Where is he?
Oh,
No wise.
disconnected.
Oh, fuck it.
Extra this awful.
Set.
I lost my
Guys,
arm.
still run there, 351. We're at,
Private bowling, and there's a couple of rocks.
Still taking contact.
He is up here if you want to.
I'm on him off, I'm right next to you.
Yeah, I copy that. I'm trying to look for this fucking shooter that keeps shooting at the Vic.
But
these three guys still there.
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck he is.
I'm hitting him with that boy.
5, 6, 7, 5.
Yeah, I can't find that random shooter.
The guy with the RPG's crawling around.
Be advised, there's guys on the ground rolling with RPGs. Watch yourselves.
Extra this off like our front KIAs.
Be advised, took out our RPG shooter.
Actually, be advised, you've taken out one times RPG shooter.
355.
We got more guys northwest past that sign with that hot ass chick.
Friendlies on the west.
Yeah, go ahead. It looks like it's taking some shots.
Friendly's pushing across the bridge.
I don't see fucking anybody.
Roll the Vic back, I don't want to get fucking hit.
Roll the Vic back, roll the Vic back, roll the Vic back.
Friendlies are close, friendlies are all close.
Be advised, let the guys going across that bridge. There's an RPG shooter on that other side of that sign directly in front of us. Is probably trying to set up a position.
I got a Lingo sign.
Actually, be advised, yeah, that Lingor sign has an enemy RPG shooter behind it. Just let the people in front know.
Right.
They just dropped somebody over there, fucking 340.
Try to flush him out or confirm he's dead. Picks up.
Drop it for you.
He pushed over to the fucking right side of that fucking orange box thing.
Yeah, I seen that. I can't get him. He's like literally behind that orange box. He's a smart motherfucker. Anybody got good 40 mic skills?
Fucking bulletproof umbrellas.
The Vic, around this corner, it's clear.
He's back behind the fucking green box that's back there behind the sign now.
Officers, come on.
Now he's back behind the orange one.
we're gonna start pushing up this L on the road and let's get across this bridge.
Actually, what you want to push through?
Yep.
We've expended 0, definitely.
So, but yeah. Ever seen that GIF of that guy? I got ammo out of the truck. My assistant put a bunch of ammo in there.
Just roll the vehicle across this bridge. We're gonna move to the other island, I guess. Stand by. Alright, hold here. Looks like we're about to mount back up, so just hold the Vic in line.
Alright, hold the Vic in line. We're just gonna get up there. I'd say hold where you're at. The last Vic thing. Actual say again, what are we doing with the Vic?
Alright, we're gonna be moving across the bridge with 2-2 in front of us.
Actually,
Alright, we're gonna be moving
in
in.
front of the vehicle, so bring the vehicle.
This is Brovo. I'm in the center.
Alright, we bring the vehicle up. We're gonna push across the bridge.
Alright, go straight. Go left. Beep, beep, beep. Chuck, big ass beep.
Alright, we're second, let's go. Vic behind us.
We're the second one to go. Vic, get up behind us and we're gonna head out.
Look at here, boys, we're fucking seals.
Arf.
Actual, this is Alpha.
Send Alpha.
I need to take in search for specialist gates.
Solid copy.
I'm not bleeding.
Good.
Copy that.
I'm pushing around the right side of this building.
Hey, firm pushing with you.
Is that cocksucker still alive over here?
Go ahead and move to the northern AO shield.
Cover that.
You want us to keep pushing in on 7 miles?
Alpha Bravo. Bravo, get the Vic set up. Just try and...
We're gonna be trailing 2-1, just maintain a distance from them, don't bunch.
Keep the distance.
Alright, we're gonna be trailing 2-2. Just try not to bunch up.
We're gonna be mounting back up soon, just let them do their thing, let them push up.
Also, we'll be mounting up it soon.
Let's clear this building out.
Nah, we're gonna be moving shortly.
I know, I just don't want to get shot in the ass.
Eh. 2-2 is... Alright, dude, let's open the door.
Hey, we knew there was guys up here. Alright, that's clear.
Hold the Vic behind 2-2's Vic, get some guys up here and wait for the others to get mount back up.
Actually, advise you're not with our Vic. Our Vic's down the hill right now.
I know, I see it.
Oh, okay, just double check it. Alright, only real hold here with the Vic.
Mount up.
Alright, mount up.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're right next to it. Fantastic. That's great, because I need to brace.
Say again?
Bollinger's in.
Actually, guys, Bravo's on in.
This thing is fucked up.
Some more so you guys ahead.
Full of bullet holes.
Grover's in.
Stewart's in.
Jesus copies. Having 2, let me know when you were all in.
This is Vic 2, we're all loaded up and ready to move.
2-2, are you in?
Actual is Alpha.
He was all in on.
2-3.
Picture over the cell phone.
Havoc 2 is all loaded.
Sergeant Myers, do you copy on squad map?
Demon Charlie on 121.
My AR is not an AR. We got teleported to early.
Havoc 2 is loaded, ready to go.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Alright, well, Oscar Mike, gentlemen.
Ah, shit. Yeah.
We're gonna have to stop first.
50-meter dispersion and 50 kph.
We get you squared away.
Well, if you talking over me, but, you know, y'all want me to relay information. Now, something if the LT's talking. Better not be no charms in this, Vic. I want charms.
Totally not.
Doritos.
Fifth north on the road. Is it going Vic?
Copy that. This is 2-6.
Fly bound us.
Something like with 2-3. Sorry, I'm with Leslie. 1-2-1.
Where?
Southeast.
Yep, eyes on.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Just take a wide berth around. Pepto-Bismol factory on the left.
Pepto-Bismol, that needs to right now.
That was TMI, bro.
How's that TMI?
2-2, let me
Because
know when Gates
that
is ready.
came from the vehicles pooping around. Pooping all over it.
Get everywhere.
Pretty much.
Disregard.
Wish the 50s had lasers on them. Fucking cool. Why is he so fucking loud?
Who?
Person on convoy now. Why is Latvick not coming off the terminals?
You choose it?
That's fucking shouts coming at again.
Alright, Governor, watch second floors on this tent. Light him up. Gunner up. Light the
Watch out.
Danger close.
Give me the death plate. Give me the death plate. I need to get patched.
Mike the patch me up in the mid.
Front of the building, this guy's shooting at
Bollinger's out.
No, this building.
Under 6.
Bravo 2 IC stepping up.
I'm coming. I need Mike to get in there. I got hit.
Bravo actual is down behind the Vic.
He's down.
Who's our CLS for Bravo?
Dunn, the driver.
Bieniak's down outside the Vic.
Go and get out. Go and get out real quick. Grenade.
I need CLS on me, I need to get LT mode.
I'll go back up.
Dunn, get out here and pick these guys up.
Bieniak. Managing his right arm.
Full security.
Alright, full security, Mike. Dunn, keep getting it, or helping Mike get LT up.
Guys in the buildings behind this,
Let's go east, let's go east. Alpha and Bravo, shift up east.
Alright, we're gonna shift up east.
Actually, this awful.
Bollinger's patching up.
Same,
Clearing
man,
out the
fucked up.
building real quick and hooking east.
Roger.
Yeah. Oh, are you sure?
Hey, firm, we're gonna start putting it on the road in a minute. When the infantry starts moving, we're
No, I don't.
A firm.
Wish anyone
Alright,
had-
Private Bullinger, you ready to go?
A firm.
Alright, start pushing east.
I need guys. Come on, Bravo.
Bravo's already up the road. Bravo's already up the road.
I'm on you, Beanie.
Yeah, there's someone up here. Alright, peeling right.
Peeling left.
There's guys.
Actually, there's awful.
Guys, so watch out. Shoot across.
There's someone in these buildings to our right.
Someone with me.
Actually, be advised, there are people in these buildings on our right.
I know. Who's behind me?
Here, I'll push in with you.
I heard shots coming out of them.
I'm pushing with actual.
Bentley. Go.
I think I had gunshots from that building in the corner. Just passed.
I'm on the. I just opened the roof. There's nothing up here.
Actually, that's awful.
Ooh, friendly.
Friendly.
Clear.
This room's clear.
What the fuck? There were shots here.
We're working with me to steer this building out over here.
Alright, Aaron, or Private Bullinger, let's get out of here.
Actual, this is Alpha.
Send Alpha.
We got engaged on the northern side of the town.
Oh, you go right.
There's still some who's trying to us inside.
Be advised.
Time for pot.
Fucking
Private
worse.
Bullinger, you're good?
Yeah, Bollinger's good.
Oh, hi there. Alright, let's get down.
Copy that, moving.
Actually, we got heavy shots coming from the east.
Up to these, push forward.
Alright, push east.
Be advised, I have possible order on the BTR to the east.
Actually, there's possible BTR to our east.
Roger.
We had heavy gunshots coming from the east, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, no, go. Keep pushing up. Watch out, we got somebody in front of us.
Bring the Vic up slowly.
Bring the Vic up slowly.
Pushing it up.
Alright, Alpha from Bravo, I need you up here with me. You guys are way too far back.
Keep pushing up, Bullinger, if you can.
Yep, pushing up. Approximate bearing of that armor is 110.
Approximate bearing of that armor is 110, actual.
That town engaging us right now. Stand by. David, can we get a mark on that?
Armored Vic where?
Had a four.
Hold here.
Yeah, that armor piece is right up there, fucking like 106-ish.
We're down to
Base east.
I got eyes on it. It's 120. Looks like a gun truck, maybe.
I got it.
Hey, Rainy.
Yep. I see.
Yeah, right there.
And negative
320. 330 meters. 330 meters. Hit the tires.
Hey, permits to gun truck.
Check.
Bravo.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Oh, hey, Sergeant Mars.
940
doing all right?
is oh, hey.
Got
Looking over there.
Yeah, I just have my 50 lighted up. I think it's done. I don't think that's necessary.
In Gigabyte Autos, friendly modus.
Sorry, Mars.
That's friendly. Yep.
Hey, firm, I think it's wrong over here.
Copy that.
I don't know what they were hitting. Looks like they were just turning dirt.
Sorry, Mars. Can you hold?
I have no go by yourself.
You're not by yourself.
Try to get better
I'm
cover.
gonna hold here and cover 2-2 as they move up.
Hey, from action, I'm Justin Bravo to get better
The
cover.
Alpha fire team hasn't got earplugs, look in the vehicle.
2-2 copy. We're moving up.
Copy that. Continue escorting the Vic up right now and stand by.
Get that Vic up.
Alright, cover 2-2 until our Vic gets it. Where's our Vic?
It is right next to us, actually.
Right, head back over to our Vic.
We're heading back into it.
Head back over to it, we're gonna walk in.
Alright, head back over to the Vic. We're gonna be walking it in.
I want infantry in front of the vehicle.
Copy that. I'm with you.
Alright.
Yeah, I got that BTR.
That guy from the left.
2226 and try to
Stay back.
get away from the front of the fucking Vic.
Alpha taking the rear of the Vic.
2326 and traffic. Thank you.
Be advised that was actual.
I mean, he's the Dunn running in the middle of the road.
Hey, we're gonna need to stop and repair this tire before we move out.
Heavy gun left.
Get back, get back. Yeah, the Vic's almost safe.
Crossing.
Alright, let's get into these buildings over here, bowling over here. Pretty good fucking open right now.
Yeah, the Vic's almost safe.
Havoc 2, this is 2-2.
Use these rocks.
We're engaging a BTR.
Alright, we gotta hold here, hold here, hold here.
Do you need a push?
Be advised, 2-2's engaging as digital.
Bravo, this is done. Which tire is it? Which tire? Left or right?
Hey, for missile. Action be advised. To get better cover, we need
Still up.
Me and
Changing
Power
tire.
Bowling are
Alright,
2-2.
Yeah, go and get out the Vic. Which tire was it?
Alright, disregard this guy.
Reloading.
Dismounts.
Reloading.
I can't see him.
Alright, let's go, let's keep pushing up.
Alright, get there repairs
Just a
quick.
little
We're
bit
about to
more,
start
but we'll
moving.
get that in the comment.
Solid cop, you want to give us a minute?
Action be advised. The victims in a minute. They're changing out the tire now. So they actually have time.
Roger that, just bring the infantry up here.
Alpha prime manager, actual.
Mike, too far.
Alright, let's regroup with the actual prime bullinger.
Yep, I'm on you.
Alright,
Still pushing.
Be advised, 09407 town, there's another BT.
Oh, goody.
There's a BTR up here. Move the Vic down into
044057 next town, that's BTR.
You guys BTR in the next town. Are you guys get that vehicle repaired?
We doing it now.
Hey, firm.
Take a shot southwest.
You just definitely right in front of us, so. Moving, mate, moving.
Definitely south. As soon as you can, get that vehicle and definitely. Here, fire bowling, I need you with me.
Okay, I wasn't trying to get everybody in the same spot, but you know.
Wait, say again? Wait.
We're all just kind of on top of each other down here.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I know. It was kind of a clusterfuck. Yeah, we were stacked up right on top of 2-2.
Hold here for a second. 2-4
BTR is right up here.
Alright, let's 2-1 with me, let's go to the spit.
RPG shooter.
That's it. Keep pushing down.
Alright, it's down. Let's keep pushing.
Pushing southwest.
South.
Pushing south.
Yeah, let's push more to our
Give it a west. Dismount.
The main reports of BTR running down the road. Stay off this road.
Alright, start clearing this out.
Alright, start clearing these out. Alpha be advised, Bravo's gonna push to the first compound and start clearing it out.
Cover there, Bravo.
Alright, southwest is also us too.
Fucking going in, going right.
Down left.
Right's clear. Backside of the building's clear. I got a couple doorways back here. Yeah. Yeah, let's go in back here. There's doorways. Alright, opening.
Alpha, where you guys going?
My guys got lost, so hold on.
Going in, going up.
Alright, on you.
First room's clear. Second room's clear. Building clear. Are we good, or are there people out there?
Sorry, I didn't know what was going on in the building.
What's going on over there?
On you.
My guys got lost and we got engaged.
Roger that. If you keep moving in, I need the whole squad on the southwest side. This is all being delegated to us. We're taking it all.
What happened to the wall?
Alpha's moving to you, resist done now.
Alright, Bravo, you clear out that side of the street, we'll clear out this side.
Hey, firm. Alright. Alright, hey, firm. Be advised, we're clearing out this whole side of the street on our own. Right, Muller?
Yep.
I don't think this is open. Being able to be open.
Nope.
Hold on. The right key.
It might be from the front, yeah.
Alright, let's look at the front. Be careful of that road. We got a lot of openings to get shot from.
Looks like it's all closed up. Nope. Guy inside. Yeah.
I need Mike on my paws. I got one man down.
I fucking.
I'm not dying today.
Mike, I need you on my paws.
That was fucking stupid.
Hey, firm, moving you know.
Trying to wakey. I'll cover you.
Thank you.
Alright. We need to clear this out. Let's be careful. Alright, go upstairs. Doors are open. They're open.
Hey, there's reports of technicals coming down from the northeast.
Reports of technicals coming down from the northeast.
Come on.
Pushing morphine.
Bollinger back up. That was fucking stupid. Fucking jackass. Fuck this guy.
I'm coming right down.
Keep on clearing this section of the town as well.
Alright, while
Bravo, stop. Jump up on the gun. I'm gonna repair the fire.
That was fucking stupid.
Well, jump up on the gun. What matters? Let me save your life. By going on left, just double checking it again.
Come on.
Alright, let's go back to the convoy. Southeast.
Alright, we're gonna head southeast now. We're gonna head back to the convoy.
RPG B5 from southeast.
Let's get on this rooftop, dude.
Yep.
Aaron, our private bullier, what the hell am I saying?
Words are hard.
Where's our hard, dude?
Not an RPG.
Fucking. There we go. Where's this guy at?
I don't know, he's shooting RPG.
I'm over the whip. Be advised, we're changing another tire on this vehicle.
Military compound to the south is ours. Let's go in. Let's breach it.
Alright, let's get down, private bullier. Hey, firm, go ahead and try and change it up.
On you.
Actually, be advised, the Vic is changing a second tire. Time now.
Solid copy. I need at least a squad with me to clear this up. Or my fires.
Alright, we're grouping up with the rest of the fire team. You guys keep flicking up that tire.
Copy that.
No, on you. Yep, let's go in.
Bravo will be coming in right on your rear, Alpha.
Right behind you. Oh,
someone's taking a shot from behind us.
Straight come.
It's across the street to the fucking southwest. Isn't it?
He's down.
Now. Good shit.
That's what it sounded like. Copy.
No, wait. Oh, you know what? That's a DNR.
Private bullier, that's a DNR.
Copy.
Market build.
Alright, let's get this shit open. There's nothing. Checking the underneath the stairs in case. Alright, there's a door here. Peeking left or right. Yeah, nothing. Alright. Going up. Down the road.
We're in the balcony.
I'm talking about actuals done.
Balcony's clear.
Private bullier, you need to step up. Action's down.
Copy.
Disregard. Almost back up. Private bullier in the building. Right. Private bullier, you need to step up again.
Bravo 2 IC stepping up.
Heavy cheese, 2 checking on 120. We're west 300
Bravo this Alpha.
Go for Bravo. Go for Bravo.
Bravo, help me clear this shit out.
Bravo fire team, push west and clear it.
Alright, I'm stepping back up into Bravo. Say again.
Be advised, this fucking Vic is fucked. Our wheels are totally down on it. We've changed it twice and we have not gotten nowhere with it.
It could be the axle.
Could be.
Mike this Alpha.
Go ahead.
Alright, it's clear. Alright.
My Rifleman can use a stick of morphine.
A from. Bravo, let me know what you find over there.
Actually, be advised, there's a guy with a fucking AK shooting through the window.
Roger that, let me know when it's clear.
It's clear. The one building you're taking contact from is from there. Alright. Private bullier, let's get back with the rest of the squad.
Yep, copy that. I'm gonna mark that building we were in just a few seconds ago.
Alright, Alpha and Bravo, we're gonna get our Vics back in line and get on our way, so start making it back over to the MSR.
I got hostiles in here. Where do you check these buildings, Private?
Roger, I'm on you. I think I'm on you. Where the fuck are you?
Sorry.
There you are.
All
elements 2-4, be advised, these small shacks have
crossing.
Let's get back to the rest of the squad.
They can see you.
Copy that.
Oh, I made a mistake. Now I'm stuck.
Alright, we're gonna push up next to 2-2. They are...
Has it been sent up that this Vic is fucked?
A firm, they already knew that. As soon as you said, after the thing started to real change.
2 on east, on the corner.
Alright, let's go.
And we're gonna be pushing to 2-2 to our east. Just keep following down the main MSR.
Copy that.
Alpha and Bravo with me, we're gonna get set back up and head back to base.
Be advised, we're gonna get set back up and head back to base.
Alpha and Bravo, this is Mike. Can you get your CLS to give me a quick yes report? Thank you.
Oh, A-firm. Alright. Private Dunn, do you still have all your morphine and epi?
A-firm.
A-firm, it's all you know. Bravo's all good.
Yeah.
Both seconds.
Alright, we're gonna be probably second, next behind 2-2. We're just gonna be convoying as we come.
Alright, we're gonna be second making the convoy. We're gonna be convoying back up shortly.
There's got a civilian Vic just next to me at the gas station, just keep an eye on him.
Civilian Vic in the gas station, keep an eye on it. Watch out, Private Bollinger, don't want you to get by the Vic.
Well, I'm not on the road, so they shouldn't be hitting me.
We're right by the gas station here, we're gonna set up into our vehicles and get back to base.
Ooh, ah.
I get it.
Does actual realize he's like a couple hundred meters in front of us?
Come on, President.
Actually, you're in the wrong area for our Vic.
Negative, I'm with 2-2, this is where we need to be.
Alright, everyone get in the Vic, get your guys in the Vic, okay? Catch up.
Disregard, I am.
Yeah, you are. Alright, keep pushing the Vic up, we're gonna get actual on mic.
It is actual on the
Come
left.
get me up, bitch.
He's gonna be on our left.
Actually, gonna be on our left. Right there.
Keep pushing.
Yeah, they're running right at us right now.
Let's see right here.
Did somebody ask for a lift?
So what are we gonna do? Just put this Vic in the convoy at this point? April.
How many Vics do we got behind us?
Just one.
We have 6 Vics in total, right?
I think so.
We started off with 6.
We started off with the 6, yes.
Same speed, 50, everything. 50-50.
Someone take another large, deep breath again. Oh my god. Are you choking there? Driver, are you okay?
Our wheel's fucked.
Oh, it's the wheel, okay. I wasn't sure. I didn't realize it was this fucked. Last time it was fine.
We told you it was fucked.
That looks like a traffic vehicle. Martin, you really like that vape, don't you? Well, whatever the fuck it is.
Convoy Commander, this is Vic 5. This is Vic 5, be advised, we've had the same issue with our tires and we've changed both and we're still having the same issue with it.
Soft this one.
Yeah.
Hold security.
Stop this one. Full security.
Stewards out, running,
Copy that. I'm out holding security west.
watching, well, Paul Hunger's gonna watch west, to watch east. Wait one. How fast can we go with this shit?
You want to take this slot over your Ballinger?
It's alright. I like this rock.
Clean the ground, the wet dirt.
I'll just use this nice rock.
Take 5 out. I'm on over. Another feet.
Go to the southwest here, you get to see some.
What's going on with Martin back up?
Maybe yeah.
Unknown. Are we mounting back up? What are they telling you on Convoy Net?
Vic 1 is having the same issues. I think some other. So yeah, we're fucked. It's gonna be a long ride back home.
Actually, be advised, Vic 1 is having the same problem we are, and it seems like it's gonna be a long ride home, buddy.
Roger that, I'll get my fucking tunes on.
Hey, Fern, also enjoy your vape.
Yep.
Vic 1 tires been replaced. Looks like they're gonna be mounting back up.
Big one tires.
That tower over there, the one we started taking the contact from a while ago.
Mounting back up.
Alright, low back into the Vic.
Mount back up, mount back up. Yeah, I'm relaying it as I'm getting it.
Bollinger back in.
Bravo's all in.
Disregard that I am not back in.
Disregard. Bravo's not all in.
Now I'm back in.
Bravo's not all in.
This is Vic 5. We're loaded back up. Back up over.
2-1 is all.
Get us on the road.
Get us on the road. I sound like someone just chopped their dick off.
The fun visual glitch. You're in the vehicle, but your camera's down here. So it looks like I'll be on the outside of the Vic for the ride back.
Seems like it just gets worse every time we stop.
Don't be getting a hand job while you're driving.
Don't get a hand
job while you're driving.
Wobbling more than my wife does.
I'll be gunner now.
Bollinger off comms 3-0 Sierra.
Eager.
Not his fault.
Supposed to get her. Like.
Put some ammo. We have plenty of ammo.
I apologize for any sniffles or coughing you've heard. I've had a bit of a head cold the last day or so. Bollinger back on comms.
Yeah, it's not even hard life.
did it
I
all.
think we did all. Not for the way, but we did all.
Try and reverse. I want to see where you're going to hit.
Don't worry about it. The infantry just gonna do their job protecting us. Not our fault that the guy went to fuck me. Also,
I don't know what this view looks like for the look behind us. Can you just like look at us and like drive? They don't know how to drive or what?
they're looking at us like that. They're just slowing behind us and what the fuck are they doing?
They're driving behind us while we're just like, we're that one car on the highway that you see, and you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay away from that stuff here because I don't feel like getting in an accident.
Hey, friend. Yep.
Bitch.
Try your best. Take the turn. Oh god. At least we can make right turns, right? There we go. Woo.
Sometimes you gotta go right to go left.
Oh shit. It's not locking up.
Is it fine?
It's not locking up. Magnesium's out. Circle back up on Lieutenant Hammersbane.
Index.
Team leads, make sure all you guys are condition 4. Make sure you condition 4 guys.
Got that, and then
Condition 4.
Condition 4.
Alpha's all present.
Bravo's all here.
2-2's all here.
2-3's here.
2-4 is all present.
Have a 4 is all present.
Have a 2-0, Lieutenant.
All right. Overall, I said that was a successful training exercise. Overall, I think we improved throughout. There were a couple hiccups, though. When we first took contact, the first couple places, we were a little slow on picking up the tempo and momentum to push through that contact with our vehicles. There's also some slow response times with that enemy transport vehicle at the beginning, at the first bridge. A little slow on taking that out. Other than that, in the last couple towns, you guys did a good job of getting online and moving through and pushing through that town with your vehicles. That was a very good initiative on you guys at that point. There was one point where the fucking convoy took off, and I did not give an order to tell it to go anywhere. What was going on there? Anybody? Private?
Sir, as the driver inside with the intercom system, it was getting a little confusing. There were orders being thrown out left and right by my TC and the other ranking personnel in the vehicle.
All right, copy
so
that, Private.
I did not
Thank
hear
you.
the convoy net. Thank you.
All right, yeah, make sure you work on that, Lieutenant Williams, and keeping your channels clear and stuff to allow orders to properly go through. Yeah, I mean, we didn't really face, I think, a lot of contact, in my opinion, but I did prevent a lot of intel from getting down to you guys, just so it was more of a surprise react. You guys reacted mostly very, very well. Yes, that's pretty much all I have. Lieutenant Williams, do you have anything?
Nothing for task force, sir.
All right. Havoc 4?
Nothing for task force, sir.
Sorry about the guns going down. I wish we missed a couple fire mission opportunities there.
No problem, sir. We'll get it straightened out.
Is that a known issue? Because when that happened, you said not again.
Yes, sir. It's been sent up before.
All right. Well, what's the easy, obvious solution to that? It's put more base plate, especially on a convoy. Put extra base plates in the back of the Vic.
Absolutely, sir. If we're authorized to do so, we will continue. We will do that in the future.
If there's an error, then your base plates are disappearing. Yes.
Yeah, I'd consider that authorization, Sergeant.
Absolutely, thanks, sir.
All right. Anything else from Habit 4?
Nothing else, sir.
Rotary.
Nothing really, sir.
Fixed wing, Captain Soto.
Nothing here, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Captain. Captain Drumheller.
Yeah, I got a few things. Captain Soto?
Yes, Captain?
I need you to fix the shit out of the audio on our flashbangs. Whatever that is, that's like a fucking 200 decibel flashbang explosion. Like, I don't need realism on our flashbangs to the level where it makes me deaf while I'm playing the game. So I need that flashbang sound fixed. Copy?
Can do. I didn't know it was broken.
Driving backwards. If you are driving a vehicle, do not fucking drive that vehicle backwards. Especially don't slam on the gas driving it backwards without looking where you're going. If you are driving backwards, you need to be driving backwards very slowly, and you need to be honking your horn the entire time. And you need to have eyes backwards. The pace at which we operate means we don't have time to get someone back behind the vehicle and fucking back you up. So you need to go into third person and spin around and make sure that when you're driving backwards, you're not fucking running anyone over, and you need to be doing it slowly. I don't want to see anyone going backwards at 30 miles an hour without clearing behind the vehicle. Last Vic, I went over this at the beginning of this mission, and whoever was on comms on the last Vic kept saying last Vic instead of Vic 6. I specifically went over that. You did a radio check. Every time you were talking, the only time you should be saying last Vic is when you're calling out turns. Otherwise, it's your Vic number. Or when you think the convoy commander needs to understand that you're the last Vic for whatever reason. Drivers staying mounted. Drivers don't have to stay mounted when you're stopped. I didn't actually see that happening, but I know we didn't go over it on any of the other FTXs. When you're stopped, drivers, you can dismount, just stay next to your vehicles in case they need to be moved again, unless you're told specifically to full dismount. Soft dismount, drivers can get out, just stay near the vehicle. Biggest issue of the night. You guys either were not clearing buildings or you were not tagging your cleared buildings. I was with Havoc 4 tonight. Almost every single building we came across tonight that looked like it had been cleared was not tagged in any way, shape, or form. And that is unacceptable. We had to double clear a bunch of buildings and we wasted our time. So, I don't want to see that again. Make sure that gets reinforced. Havoc 2 HQ.
Yes, sir.
That's everything I had.
Thank you, Captain. First Sergeant.
Thank you, sir. Couple of things noted down here. Firstly, when it comes to the mission, I don't care if you guys had a fun time or not. That mission was kind of dog shit. After the last update, the AI has been more and more difficult to fucking work with. I mean, they're at clinical levels of retardation as of late, so it was not easy to get the AI to do what we needed them to do. So if it felt a little easy for you guys, apologies on that, but hopefully that'll be squared away soon. But as far as what I've seen from a Zeus perspective, there was a couple of fuck-ups. Firstly being towards the, I guess it'd be kind of the middle of the FTX when you guys crossed the bridge across that little island where the MBT was sitting. I personally didn't actually have eyes on it. Lieutenant Burke notified me of it. The vehicle pushed across that bridge before the fucking infantry did. And he even related directly to me, had I had an RPG gunner over there, that truck would have been fucking dead. At no point in time do we ever push those trucks in front of the infantry. We have to protect those trucks. So you guys have to move in front of them. Had there been an RPG gunner there, and he popped out and started hitting that thing with RPGs, you guys would have lost another truck.
Did we not go over that at the beginning? Was that not one of the things we addressed as far as mounted ops?
I don't recall, Captain.
That's a base level thing. The vehicle never goes in front.
In addition to that, there was one point where I took control of an RPG gunner on a roof and was able to fire 4 to 5 RPGs at 2 different vehicles. Both of those vehicles were sitting completely in the open. Now, after I fired the first RPG, I expected to see that vehicle start to move. Can anybody guess what that vehicle did? You're correct. It fucking sat there. It didn't move an inch. So I fired again. Can anybody guess what it did? Correct. It fucking sat there. So I fired again. Guess what it did? It fucking sat there. Had I wanted to, I would have very, very fucking easily destroyed that truck. The second truck that was hiding behind the rock decided to stick its nose out, so I fired an RPG at that one. Guess what it did? It fucking sat there. I could have taken out 2 of your gun trucks with total impunity. There wasn't a swinging dick out there firing a weapon system at me. You have to keep those trucks protected, especially if they're firing RPGs at them. Move the motherfucker. It's not difficult to figure out where an RPG is coming from. Not only do you have audible cues, but you have a big puff of fucking smoke that comes from the tube when they fire it. Get the vehicle behind cover if it's taking fire like that. It's a pretty simple concept. Next, where is, I believe it was Private C. Carter. There. They rolled by a building, and I was controlling a marksman that was up on the 2nd story. However, I was inside the doorway, essentially in a hide. I fired at his turret and popped back into the doorway where he couldn't see me. When I popped back out, I was staring down the barrel of a Mark 19. He sent 1 round into that doorway, and quite honestly, scared the shit out of me. I ate a 40mm. That is perfect example of doing what needs to be done.
My game is
situational awareness.
Utter
exactly.
Dog
I fired
shit
a single
today.
Round at him, 1 round, and he was able to pinpoint that came from behind him, spun that turret around, and as soon as I popped out, he was already sitting there ready for me. There wasn't a goddamn thing I could have done to harm him in any way. That was, absolutely perfect. That's the kind of shit you guys need to pay attention to, especially when you're up in those turrets. That kind of situational awareness, that's what you should strive to get to. Last thing I had, that fucking civilian vehicle that got engaged on the airfield. Now, 1, it never should have been there, because fucking civilians being civilians and just doing whatever the fuck they want. But 2, firstly, you called it out as an enemy vehicle. There was nothing on that thing to resemble any type of enemy vehicle. There was no weapons visible, no nothing. 2, for all you fucking know, that civilian vehicle was there to hitch a ride or give us some cargo or something along those lines. Because I can fucking promise you, the airbase commander does not come down and ask each and every pilot on that flight line if they're okay with a civilian vehicle entering that airfield. I guarantee you that. So whether it's a civilian fucking freaking out, doing whatever the fuck they want because they don't want to listen to Zeus, or whether we do it just to keep you guys on your toes, either way, it's unacceptable to mow down a fucking civilian like that with no PID. There is no excuse for it. None. Sure as fuck not the excuse of, well, there was a civilian on a secured area. Guess what? Civilians work around military bases all the fucking time. That's all I have, LT.
Thank you,
I got something else.
Captain.
Speaking of that particular interaction, I want to go over our civilian interaction in general. Our general civilian interaction is way too aggressive. I said that at the beginning. and it holds true, especially with what the first sergeant just went over. We are portraying a realistic environment, and realistically, I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen convoys rolling down the middle of a fucking highway in Iraq with vehicles all on both sides of them. those fucking Vics don't give warning. Like, they would just be firing the 50 nonstop going down the entire fucking highway. Like, we need to shift our focus to, you know, basically ignoring civilians and civilian Vics unless they're doing something fucking retarded. Like, we don't need to be shooting warning shots at Vics unless they're, you know, approaching the convoy from behind and, you know, gunning it into the back of the convoy, obviously at a faster speed than the convoy, meaning they're either going to ram a truck or they're going to try and go around, which is unacceptable, or they're a VBIED. But if there are VBIEDs in the area, we're going to know it beforehand. Vehicles coming down the road on the other side of the road, like, there's nothing for them to do. Like, they just keep driving, we just keep driving. If there's no civilian threat in the area, like, we just need to leave them the fuck alone. So, I'll talk with Unit HQ about that, and we'll be rolling out more specific civilian SOP. Basically, just leave the civilians alone. If they're running up in the middle of your lines in combat, we're still going to cuff them, stick them in the corner, leave them behind. If they're doing something funky near the convoy, then fire warning shots or disable the vehicle. But otherwise, unless they're a known threat, they're not a threat. And sometimes it does take a VBIED going off on one of our Vics for them to then become a threat. That's all I got.
Thank you, Captain. Private L. Carter, you had a comment. Excuse me, Private Collins, you had a comment?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to say...
Still fun yelling.
Sorry. Thank you, sir. I just wanted to say that I had...
You had a what? Private? We don't hear you.
Broke. Sounds like you had a mic issue there, XO.
Did you get it squared away, Private?
Is it working now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I was just saying that I was the gunner from the from the truck that First Sergeant had mentioned, and I just wanted to say the only reason I caught it was just I happened to be looking in the back direction because of the position in the convoy I was. I'm glad I saw the shot come off and just happened to pop him.
That's fine. That means you were scanning the proper sector, or at least you were scanning a sector and you were paying attention to what was going on around you, and that's still what's known as situational awareness.
Private L. Carter, you had a comment?
It's already mentioned by Private Collins, sir.
All right, thank you. Any other questions or comments? Put a C or a Q in chat. Sergeant Loster.
Thank you, LT. I wanted to just address, just so everyone knows, just like Captain Drumheller found out yesterday that you can set a limiter to the speed, I found out yesterday that you can turn off the fucking intercom system so that you don't hear it in the
Can you
vehicles.
go on yelling, please?
Yeah, you can speak on yelling, please.
I am. I'm on. How about now?
You are now.
There you go.
Okay, that was weird. Sorry. Just like Captain Drumheller found out yesterday about the setting the speed limit, I found out yesterday that you can turn the intercom off in the vehicles. If you go to the vehicle options and go to disable, it turns it off for you so that you don't hear a million fucking voices cutting in over the radio and all that other shit. It makes life a lot easier.
That's a good option for that comm saturation that happened with that first Vic. We had half the convoy rolling away without a proper order. Any other questions or comments? All right. You're all dismissed your individual debriefs.
All right, second platoon, my channel.
User left your channel. User left your channel.
channel. User left your channel. User left your channel. User joined 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 your channel.
Just everyone, please switch your mic to mute.
User joined your channel.
All right. I won't beat a dead horse with what the captain and Lieutenant Hammersmate said. But you guys have been doing such a good job of marking buildings. I was a little surprised to see that we weren't tagging buildings as we cleared them. We actually did a fairly good job. Part of that, and I told I told Lieutenant Hammersmate this. That APC at the beginning, 2-4 was trying to engage the guy in the turret, and they killed him, but the truck was still driving around. So it was, it was my decision to not waste a Mars rocket on it. I was hoping 2-1 or 2-2, whoever was, I think it was 2-2 that was across the bridge, could hit it with an AT-4, but they were on the downside of defilade from it. And it was staying away from them. So that was on me. That was a decision I made, and I told him that. But because that's in general, that's going to be my policy. I don't want to waste Mars rockets on light skin shit, and then we need them for an MBT. The problems we had were sounded like were communication all over the place. So I know it gets loud, and I know people are, just in general, guys, when you get into the Vic, shut the fuck up. Just don't talk. It's radio comms is important, and the driver in particular needs to be able to hear. And if your squad leader's in there, he needs to be able to hear. The only person who gives you an order to start moving as a convoy is the convoy commander. If your squad leader tells you to go, question that. I mean, the convoy commander is the only one that's supposed to be given the order to move anywhere. Also, the squad leaders. Damn. I mean, I can't tell you how many times tonight I gave orders and none of y'all acknowledged them. We're gonna work on that. And I'm gonna be pissed about it every single time until you start doing it again. And we're gonna work on that from top to bottom. I want if your fire team leader tells you to move over to a building, I want every guy in the fire team to say Williams copies, Garcia copies. Fire team leaders, your Alpha and Bravo copies every single time your squad leader gives you an order. Squad leaders, when I give you an order or Garcia gives you an order, you respond to us, even if it's something like wait, acknowledge it. And we took way too damn long loading up into VIX, way too long every single time. And then you weren't telling me you were loaded. It was driving me fucking insane. We got to do a better job of that. The combat part, it's just the ops part of the thing was just terrible. Sergeant Garcia, anything to add?
That was pretty much
Garcia.
it. Yeah, can you hear me?
All right. How about we'll go to 2-1.
Hey, LT, Sergeant Garcia's talking. I don't know why you can't hear him.
Yeah, can you not hear me?
Are either of you connected to the game?
Oh, that must be why he couldn't hear me. All right, well, yeah, I had a couple of comments for every squad here. 2-1, you guys did great. 2-2, you guys, I don't know, Alexander, how you're possibly so ridiculously aggressive, but you are, and it's fantastic. And everybody else really should look at how you do it. It's freaking amazing. Except for your Vic gunner. What the hell was going on with that guy? Who was that?
Sergeant Garcia, I have no idea. It was PV2 bows. I don't know. I got
okay.
That whole fire team with the Vic is gonna get a good talking to.
Yeah, let's figure out what was going on there. If you need to train him a little bit more, that's fine. Whatever you need to do. But yeah, that gun needs to be pointed in the right direction. All right, 2-3. See, Sergeant Tell, you did pretty well. I know your 2IC, you did pretty well. The only comment I really have for you is be more aggressive, take more initiative, move up faster. Sometimes we're not gonna give you an order, and if you just say, "Hey, I'm gonna move here," and I'll just respond as "copy, go ahead" or whatever, right? But take the initiative and move up more. That was really the only comment that I had for you. Other than that, you did pretty well. And then Sergeant Rowe 2-4. The only thing I had was move at your discretion when your spot's no longer viable. So if and you already know this, I just wanted to reinforce it to you. If you're sitting somewhere and you can't see anything, just move. Just tell me you're moving and move, because you know where you need to be. That was pretty much the only comments I had for you guys. I'll go down the list of squad leaders here, and then we'll open it up to everybody else. 2-1, Sergeant Myers, do you have anything?
Thank you, Sergeant. So back to my first comment when Lieutenant was talking about communication. I think there was the old TeamSpeak communication issue coming on where people just couldn't hear each other. There was a few times where my team leaders tried to call me on net and I couldn't hear them. A few times where I tried to call them and they couldn't hear me. And there was a few times where Lieutenant Williams called me and I couldn't hear him. And I'm pretty sure there was a situation between myself and Sergeant Alexander where we couldn't hear each other.
Alright.
So I'm praying that I've just got a little bit deaf. But everything's pointing towards there being a possible communication issue just with the radios and all that shit. You know?
Yeah, that's been a consistent issue now for a while.
Yep.
For those of you that are new and don't know, if you have an issue hearing someone else, just turn off and restart your TeamSpeak. That seems to fix it most of the time. Give that a shot first. Just go ahead, Patty.
Thank you, Sergeant Garcia. Also, I've noticed a few people in the chat who are not on the proper version of TeamSpeak. That could also be adding to our troubles.
Yeah, make sure you're using that 1.0.249. I don't see anyone in here that doesn't have it, but make sure you got the right one.
Yep. There's also a situation where I tried to call you on 3-1 where Lieutenant Williams dropped, and I tried to call you in Havoc 5, and neither of you could hear me on 3-1. Tried 3 times, and that's why I had to run over to you and do it verbally.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything at all.
Yeah, I called you 3 times on 3-1 when he dropped, but yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, that's TeamSpeak. So if you're seeing these errors happen, just restart your TeamSpeak. Most of the time, it seems to fix it. All right, 2, Sergeant Alexander, you got anything?
Oh, I hate fucking convoy ops. Thank you, Sergeant. No, Company HQ slammed me for my. I don't think they knew it was me, but they were talking about me. Slammed me with my bridge crossing tactic, and I thought it was genius.
So I understand what you were doing. You were using the Vic to cover the infantry, and so they wouldn't get schwacked. I completely understand.
But we were taking heavy small arms fire, trying to get across that open field and then to a very long bridge. I was trying to protect my guys from small arms fires. I understand the threat of RPGs, but what's the point if if the infantry can go first and they get chewed up by small arms fire? What's the difference?
So what I'd say next time in that situation is call back to me or LT and say, hey, this is the situation. We're taking a lot of fire from assholes in these buildings, and you don't have to cross right away. I know you love to be aggressive. You love to get some shit, but we can sit back for a minute and take our time and take all those assholes out so it's clearer for you to cross. I think that would probably be the better option.
It consistently worked every time. Unless Ares specifically saw that and specifically decided he was going to punish us with that, I think it's a sound tactic. But I even heard one of you say like "fuck yeah" or something like that while I was doing it. I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta go. My feelings may differ from the captain. We gotta go with what he wants. Don't send in the Vic first. Next time in that situation, what we'll do is sit back and we'll take our time and eliminate all the infantry that we can see first, and then cross. Use some smoke and move across.
Roger. That's all I had, Sergeant.
All right. Sergeant Tell, got anything for us?
Yes, sir. Question for you. When it comes to your mention about the being more aggressive, my understanding as always is that 2-3 is generally paired up with 2-4, and so I was generally trying to stay back and cover the flanks, so that if with the way 2-1 and 2-2 is usually pushing up, being the assault element, lucky bastards. With that being said, I was trying to make sure that like if we were approaching on one side and 2-4's back, I was trying to keep 2-3 back in there and making sure that we weren't getting flanked any side. Is that the improper technique of what I should be doing with the squad?
Next time, communicate with us on what you're doing, because when I pop open my tablet, I just see you way in the back, and it's like, what in the heck's going on? So next time, communicate and say, hey, I'm covering this flank, I'm covering that flank, this is what I'm doing, and that will take care of that miscommunication.
Copy. That's all right. Thank you.
Okay. Sergeant Rowe, got anything for us?
I have 3 separate comments or questions.
All right.
Regarding the TeamSpeak, I know that sometimes running the application as admin for the TeamSpeak itself usually kind of helps mitigate some problems. I'm not sure if that's like one of our doctrines or SOPs for the unit, but that sometimes helps. Obviously, having the same unit does as well, or the version rather. Regarding the communication, like in mission, I actually with a couple other squad members or squad leaders as well. Some of us responded immediately to orders or replied to them, and then got that someone was getting mad because like they didn't hear us respond. Like I had to to like respond to orders twice.
Yeah, I didn't hear you very much, so if you were responding, then that's a TeamSpeak issue.
Copy that. And then okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to second on that, Sergeant Garcia, because there was one point where I called 2-6. He answered me. I started to call him again. He's still like, 2-3 send traffic. So there was clearly something going on, because there was times I was calling him and he couldn't even hear me, even though he'd respond the first time.
I had a hard time reaching 2-4 and 2-1s multiple times. Same thing. Said Roger or 2-2 copies to several orders, and 10 seconds later, I was getting Lieutenant Williams was asking everybody to respond.
Yeah, maybe that was a lot of TeamSpeak issues.
Yeah, all I'm saying with that is like I responded, I believe in a timely manner, but I don't think I was heard probably. But other than that, I just wanted to bring up to clear the air in the room. But that MBT was definitely my my guy's kill. Captain Soto did not kill that tank.
Yeah, I heard that. All right. Okay, I got the remainder of LT's angry rant here, so I'm gonna just I'm gonna read it to you guys, and we're gonna go over it, and then I'll take comments. So he wants to reinforce. Acknowledging orders and radio messages, but we've talked about this. If it's a TeamSpeak issue, okay, that's one thing. But you should be acknowledging it every time. If you're not, then start doing it. If it's a TeamSpeak issue, then that is what it is. Number 2, when you load into VIX, tell us when your squad is loaded. Don't wait for us to ask, just tell us when it's loaded. Same thing also on a side note, when you're loading into missions, let us know when your whole squad is there. Don't wait for us to ask. Number 3, tagging buildings. We were actually doing a really good job of that, but I don't know what happened tonight. So on your next squad trainings, practice that. Make sure all the buildings are getting tagged. It's pretty important. Number 4, convoy commander is the only person who starts a convoy moving. We did talk about that. And then finally, there's going to be a mod update this week, most likely on Wednesday. So everybody make sure to be watching for that. We will post it on the bulletin board, but just be aware that it is coming. All right, so let's open it up to comments, questions. Sergeant Smith, you were first. Go ahead and comment.
All right. Thank you, Sergeant Garcia. The only thing I did want to point out was if you guys do see a vehicle moving, or every time throughout a movement with vehicles, please be mindful of vehicles that you stay by, because drivers cannot move unless if you're in their way the whole time. And it really annoys fire team leaders if they're trying to get a VIX to move and they hear the squad leader yelling at the ear to tell them to move the VIC. So please be mindful of where you see a vehicle nearby and trying to move and they're honking the horn. Get out the way. That's all you got to do. That's it for me, Sergeant.
Copy that. You hear a horn, get the fuck out of the way. All right. Specialist Cheney, go ahead.
Thank you, Sergeant. On the markings of the buildings, I noticed when we were clearing the buildings, I would try to mark them, and sometimes the paint wouldn't mark, as you would say. I thought it was the can, so I went back to the truck and grabbed another one when we were in it, and it did the same thing. I tried stepping back, stepping forward. I tried different stuff, so eventually I just said, screw it, I stopped marking them. So some of those were my fault as well.
Yeah, mark the ground in front of it. That's correct. Sometimes there's just a glitch with the textures or something, or the building models or whatever that won't mark. Do the ground in front of it.
I did, Sergeant.
All right.
I
tried. Sergeant Ritchey.
Thank you, Sergeant. One thing that I seen a lot tonight that happened was the infantry leaving those vehicles unattended. Guys, you have to remember that gunner cannot turn that fucking weapon system fast enough to take out anything that's coming up behind it or popping out of just hallways or anything. So you guys have to stay with the vehicle and watch the vehicle. I understand you guys want to run out there and get those guys that are shooting at you and do what you got to do, but that vehicle is number one priority in protecting it and not letting it go down. So just make sure. I've seen it happen to a couple squads today, even within our FTX last night. So, go ahead, Sergeant.
Copy that. Yeah, that's good shit. And actually, I think in our next platoon training, which, by the way, will be next Sunday, third Sunday of the month, we're going to be doing some more with vehicles here, because this FTX has shown us that we need to work on them. So expect to see that coming here for our platoon training.
Friday, Sergeant?
No, we are.
Why am I thinking of Havoc 3? Alright, sorry.
Thinking of Havoc 1. Sergeant Akulov.
Thank you, Sergeant. My only comment was on, I believe Williams had some definite connection issues. Even we saw that afterwards. We got back into the channel, and he didn't hear you, so Garcia. Even though that we were all in the same room, everybody else could hear, but LT could not. So it might have been just a connection issue on his side.
I think we may have all had TeamSpeak issues all the way around. It doesn't change what he says, though. We do need to acknowledge all radio messages. If I send you an order, if he sends it, if a fire team leader sends it to a PV2, if a squad leader sends it to a fire team leader, it always needs to be acknowledged. So, I mean, TeamSpeak issues doesn't really change that. However, it does help explain some of it. So, were there any further questions or comments? This is your last chance. 3, 2, 1. All right, you're all dismissed. Go to your individual squad briefings.
You're all moving.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here. Make that shut the fuck up. Yeah, it was a little bit hectic and such, but wasn't too bad. Hopefully I can get my game figured out and keep it from fucking crashing every fucking 3 minutes. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.